until I got off and
All right. I hope you guys can hear me now. I hope so. Let's hope that the powers that be are forever in my favor. There you go, because I can hear myself. There we go. All right, good. All right. Damn it. I tell you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, guys. All right, let's see here. This check 1 2. Okay, we're good. All right. All right, folks. All right. Thank you. Salute to Geraldine McIver, First Lady of Still Knicks Fans, NBK supporter, as well as mini podcast supporter. Thank you, Geraldine. You always, are here to rock with us. And I need every bit of help I can get because this did not start off right. I don't know what to tell you. So it looks like let me hold. I'll hold off for 2 more seconds just to see a couple people get back up in here. I don't have to keep explaining what took place. It's so annoying. So annoying. All right. So anyway, basically what happened is there's I use a MacBook. And so, if you guys are familiar with MacBooks, you have to use an extension or extender piece because a lot of the stuff that's made is all made for PCs. So you got to use some type of extender. For whatever reason, everything I plug into my extender is not working. No sound, no freaking camera. The only thing that I could plug into the extender that's working is the light, which is the funniest thing ever. It doesn't make any sense to me. So nothing was working. Luckily, I had another extender, but it doesn't have everything I need. So I figured out a way to make this work, but I'm gonna have to get another extender tomorrow or something. It's crazy. I mean, I don't know how could this happen. Nuts. I apologize, guys. This is so frustrating. You have no idea. Oh man, I'm hot. But we back. Welcome to the NBA report on NBK. Nothing but Knicks Network, man. We here. It's Ron and John and Jose. Okay, well, maybe it's just Ron. Anyway, unfortunately, guys, and let me prepare you guys because you're going to be seeing a little bit more of me on the NBA report for the next couple of weeks. Ron and John and Jose are both at work right now. Their day jobs. They are still there because they have events. They in the field that they work in. They have to put together, they're a part of putting together events. And so there's an event going on tonight in which they have to be there for. And so that's why you see me here holding it down by my lonesome. All right. The show must go on. Somehow, after all these audio problems and trying to figure it out, I'm going to have to delete the other thing that we tried to start with because that's just horrible. That ain't going to work. Anyway, yeah, man. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate y'all. JJ's in the building. I see you. Louisiana Knicks is here. Salute. Let me do that. Thank you. Appreciate you. Angel Torres is in the building. Salute. Leslie V is here. Appreciate you. What's up, Kerry Cox? Good to see you. So also, guys, if it looks a little different, obviously I got to use the laptop camera because, like I said, the extender that I have is not working, so it's not allowing me to use my camera. I'm lucky enough that it's even allowing me to use the mic, but that's because I'm using something else and kind of putting them both together. So it is what it is, man. Got to make it work somehow, right? You know what I mean? Bricks Nation in the building. Salute. Thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Anyway, all right. So first off, I want to just give a special shout out to everybody. Thank you for rocking with me and staying here, understanding there's some issues we had to work through, but we got them fixed, at least for the time being, and we're able to continue with the show. Shout out also to my guy, my main man, Jay Boogie. Appreciate you, my brother. Jay Boogie just came out with a new song called All Eyes on Us. And, you know, I would be wrong if I didn't play it before we got it going. So let me get you guys with the new Jay Boogie, man. Salute to my guy Jay Boogie. Put that joint up, and then we'll come back and we'll chop it up. We'll talk about some stuff around the NBA. We'll talk about Draymond Green. We'll talk about our New York Knicks, and you know, we'll just get it going. All right, right after this.
New York, on your blue, tried and true, we the Knicks. New York, on your blue, tried and true, we the Knicks.
New York, we still some Knickerbockers. Whole world shockers, all eyes on us. Coming in like Willis Reed. Y'all gon' see all eyes on us. New York, New York. All eyes on us, all eyes on us. Coming in like Willis Reed. Y'all gon' see all eyes on us. We still some Knickerbockers. Whole world shockers, all eyes on us.
What Leon Rose did, no spite of the future set for the young kids. Let off, this a straight aim. I wish the worst and the best way for Danny Ainge. You wanna rob us for our draft picks? Strip us down, take the logo off New York Knicks. I guess by now you don't feel the shine. Them ain't trades we pulling up, them quitting grinds. Let me give you a little history. Us New Yorkers reacting, man, you quickly. Why you think we got the media watching? Fast break through the legs, here come that Obi Toppin. Straight fashion, we got the best clothes. When you in shape, you take your shirt off like Derrick Rose. All you used to be Knicks fans, go ahead and switch. This that Block Ness mustard for a money Mitch. Like please Tom, no time to play. I walk in the garden with a peacoat like I'm Fournier. A Nick jersey, some Levi's, some butter Timbs. This ain't a loop, this a alley-oop, the Jericho Sims. Keep it real, however, we got a different style. I call Deuce for the pressure, he give me 8 miles. Famous line for the dice game. What the bet is? I raise it up for the cam and call it reddish. You read the Bible and know the Quran. Just live your dreams every day, make the team like Quan. Catch the youth before they hit their prime. Work hard, get rewarded. Come on, Hartenstein. I'm talking to all the East guards. I brought Jalen from the West, now he's an East guard. The same number 11, you know the rod strict. Now you playing against a squad with a baby pick. Look at Julius right now, he know it's game time. That off-season lose weight pivot baseline. That big bucket being made when it's crunch time. That jab step left hand in your face time. I know Drake represent, you see the 6 hard. But turn it upside right, you see that's 9 guard. This time around for the season, I'm making prop bets. I need 26 mil off that Tyler check. The truth is you gotta be a little tougher. Every time we play Miami, I gotta deal with Jimmy Butler. MIP all-star play, I gotta have it. Pretty boy, young Key Sweat, Broadway Barry. I know we got a lot of haters. I know we got a lot of doubters. But one thing for sure, us is that orange and blue, we gon' always stick together. It's us against the world.
All eyes on us. Coming in like Willis Reed. Y'all gon' see all eyes on us. We still some Knickerbockers. Whole world shockers, all eyes on us.
Yeah, that's my guy, Jay Boogie, man. Shout out to Jay Boogie doing it again. Another dope track. You know how he gives it up, man. Nobody gives it up musically for this Knick community or any community. I don't think musically like this other than my man Jay Boogie. So salute to him. Appreciate him. Just stay tuned, man. Jay Boogie's got a lot in store. Apparently, he's working on the album. I don't know if it's all the way finished, but it might be. So he's got his a lot of joints in the tuck, and some more stuff is coming out. He also said he's got another a mixtape coming out. I think he said for the streets, more of a it's not Nick, it's more like a just regular talking about his life. And I think he's also going to do he's working on an autobiography. So yeah, man, Jay Boogie's got a lot of stuff going on in the works, man. So salute to him. Appreciate you, Jay Boogie, as always. Whenever you got a fire track you want us to play, we got you, brother. So yeah, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Like I said, thank you for rocking. If you're just tuning in right now, I apologize. I had some really crazy audio and visual technically issues because my extender here was not working. So everything I plugged into it just was not registering. I couldn't get anything to rock. So, but somehow I figured something out. I'm using the computer's camera and I was able to get my mic to work in a different way. So whatever, we go from there, man. That's all we can do. Just make it work. Appreciate y'all. Comega in the building. Salute. Thank you, man. Thank you for being here. Wild stuff. Anyway, yeah, man. So preseason is almost over, guys. Preseason is almost over. And there's like 1, 2, 3. I think there's 3 undefeated teams left. And that is I'm kind of surprised myself. And the funny thing is, the surprising thing about it is they haven't even played these guys every game. So the Minnesota Timberwolves are still undefeated. They're 4-0. All right. That's wild. Let me see here. Let me pull it up so y'all can see as well. You know what I mean? Get that going. Minnesota Timberwolves are 4-0. Philadelphia 76ers are 4-0. And let's get this. All right. Let's see. Get that up there. Boom. Let me pull it up. Blow it up a little bigger. I know it's just preseason, guys, but, it's still basketball. It's good to talk about. That's better. A little bigger, I guess. So the Philadelphia 76ers are 4-0. The Minnesota Timberwolves are 4-0. And the Sacremento Kings are 3-0. That's a shocker. Like, what's the chances of Sacramento playing well? And Sacramento's, it is preseason. Once again, I'm going to say that again. It is preseason because Keegan Murray is their big shiny new star player. He hasn't been playing. He's been hurt. So, it's interesting that they're 3-0. Miami Heat are 4-1. Oklahoma City Thunder are 4-1. But I'm actually not that surprised with Oklahoma City because it's the preseason and they got a lot of talent over there. And now if they were 4-1 to start the regular season, then I'm like, okay, now we got to kind of take a look at Oklahoma. They're coming out, the gates blazing. That's different. But yeah, they're 4-1 in the preseason. It's interesting how some of these teams play more preseason games than others. I don't know what that's about. Like, where's the uniformity? The Knicks have 4 preseason games in total, and already we see Oklahoma and Miami both have played 5 games. I don't know. Some things you can't figure out. I ain't gonna stress it too much. The NBA does what the NBA does. I don't know what to say about that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Appreciate you once again. Thank you guys for coming back and staying tuned. Some of y'all who stayed tuned, some of y'all who are just coming back or whatever, or any new people that don't know, had some audio difficulties earlier, some video issues, something wasn't working. It still ain't working, but I was able to kind of make some things work in a different way. So we're here. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here and rocking. All right. And as you guys can see, we scrolled down a little, more. The Knicks are, lost their game against the Pacers. They're 2-1 now. But I mean, really, look at these preseason, like Philadelphia, Minnesota, Sacramento, Miami Heat, Oklahoma City, Chicago, Orlando, New Orleans, Golden State, Houston, Indiana, Boston, Atlanta. Just looking at these teams, you see who has been faring well in the preseason. And I guarantee you that not all of these teams are going to fare well in the regular season. Some of them will. Definitely some of them will, but not all of them will. So we'll see how it goes, man. This is just one of those things. All right. So I think what I found that is starting to become apparent is that the Cleveland Cavaliers are starting to get comfortable, folks. That's right. Cleveland is starting to look a little better out there. If you see, let's see here. What's the game yesterday? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I saw some of the highlights. Not only did Darius Garland have a good game, but Donovan Mitchell finally had a good game. So, I mean, that's encouraging news for them. I know Knicks fans don't want to hear about Donovan Mitchell now because we didn't get him. But, it is what it is. Darius Garland finished with 23 points, 12 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. And Donovan Mitchell finished with 24 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. So that's a dynamic duo. That is a dynamic duo over there. They've got themselves a dynamic duo now. And that's not to mention any type of production they get from, guys like Okoro, Jared Allen, let's see, Evan Mobley, Karis LeVert. I figure there's certain guys that may give them little contributions, but those are the main names that you can expect to see a little something from, maybe even a sprinkle of Kevin Love here or there. I don't know. Kevin Love is, what can we really say about him? You don't know exactly what you're going to get with him. Hope for the best for him, but you just never know. And then maybe, I don't know what's going to happen with Ricky Rubio. I'm actually surprised Rubio's still there, but he is still there. And that's pretty much it. And you got a couple wild cards that may turn out to be interesting for Cleveland. Lamar Stevens, we pretty much know what he is, but you got a wild card in Sharif Cooper. That's right. Sharif Cooper is a Cleveland Cavalier now. So we don't know how they'll use him, if he'll get used at all. He didn't get used pretty much at all for the Atlanta Hawks last year. He went to the G League. He had some good G League moments, but I don't know. We'll see if they even really incorporate him. But Cleveland, I mean, look, they're going to be a tough team. They're going to be a problem. Once they start to really get it to, that cohesiveness, they're going to be an issue. So anyway, good for them. I don't want to spend too much time on them because, every time I bring up Donovan's name, it hurts just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm going to be all right. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. Wonder Woman in the building. Salute to you. Thank you for being here. Look at there he is, Jay Boogie himself, man. Jay Boogie in the building. He said, "Yes, Lord, thank you, Ron, for reminding us all we still Knicks fans." Shout out to the chat, the greatest sports family in the league. Period. Salute, salute, salute with 3 capital S's. Yes, and I hope you saw when I played the song. I just finished playing it not too long ago. I hope you were here for that. If not, just know that I did, man. Just know that I did. Appreciate you, brother. Salute to Bricks Nation once again. Salute to New York Knicks City and Squad. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Guys, if you can, smash that like button. I know I didn't start you off the right way. I know you had to deal with some hiccups with the audio and the visuals, but we back. We here. So smash that like button. Show your love for still Knicks fans and NBK. Nothing but Knicks in the building. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. Thank you. So anyway, we see that the Cleveland Cavaliers are starting to gel a little bit, which is great. It's good. And that's going to happen. Atlanta looks really good so far with the DeJounte Murray and how he's faring over there. And it's weird. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know what you guys think about it in the chat, but I know that that's not the case. I almost feel like DeJounte Murray is the number one option so far in this preseason, the way they're playing. I kind of feel like he's the go-to dude, and then Trey is a secondary. I know that's not going to stay that way. Maybe this is just their way of trying to get him acclimated and get him comfortable in their system. But it looks interesting. I don't know. I could be bugging out, but that's how it looks to me. And maybe that's better for them. I don't know. I just think it's very interesting how they use these two guys because Trae Young's ball usage is one of the highest in the league. He can constantly has the ball in his hands. And I think it benefits them for them to try to get DeJounte to be a bigger focal point of the offense and maybe lessen Trae's role a little bit. I think that'll help the whole team because Trae is a good passer, but I feel like DeJounte's a better passer, if that makes sense, because they both can give you 10 assists in a game. I just feel like DeJounte, the way he gets his assist is more team friendly. What's the best way to say that? Oh, he passes guys open. That term and that phrase. I don't know if I'm sure some of you guys have heard that, but if you haven't heard it, when someone says he passes guys open, it means he throws passes or puts people in situations where they can score by the passes that he throws. Because anybody could, be in a situation where you got a guy open in the corner, you throw him the ball, he shoots the shot, you get an assist. Okay. It's another thing when you cross the guy over, right? And then now you've gotten rid of this dude. So another defender's stepping up. And as soon as that defender steps up, now you dump the ball off to whoever he was guarding, right? Or you see somebody and he's cheating a little bit, defender's cheating a little bit on your teammate. And then, you signal to your teammate and your teammate goes backdoor. Now you throw the ball to him, you passed him open. You got him into a spot where now he can make a layup or easy shot. Stuff like that. I think DeJounte is really good at that. So, I mean, it's a nice problem to have for many NBA teams. Not everybody has two guys that are highly skilled and are good passers. DeJounte is not as good of a shooter as Trae. We know that, but he's a good scorer. So it's weird how he can put up almost as many points as Trae. But, the fact that Trae can knock down those threes gives him a little bit of an advantage. Yeah, so and just to give you guys a heads up, tonight there's only 2 games on the docket. Right now, the Memphis Grizzlies are playing the Detroit Pistons, and Memphis is up 90-81. Let me see who's killing it in this one. Ooh, Ja Morant's got 29, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Ja's that real deal, y'all. Ja is the real deal, for real. And Desmond Bain has 16 points and 4 rebounds and 3 assists for them. Anybody else? Brandon Clark. Damn it. Brandon Clark's got 18 points and 5 rebounds. I dropped him in a fantasy league. I'm going to have to go see if he's still out there. Sometimes you make mistakes, man. Anyway, and for Detroit, that's interesting. Detroit's top scorers are Sadiq Bey with 17 and 8 rebounds. Isaiah Stewart with 16 and 9 rebounds. Cade Cunningham with 15 and 6 rebounds and 5 assists. And it's still the third quarter, so he's got a chance to get a triple-double. And then you have Corey Joseph with 12 points and 5 assists. But what's interesting here is in 15 minutes of play, Jaden Ivey has 2 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Growing pains? I don't know. Maybe. The other game that's on the docket tonight is the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio's up 39-34 in the second quarter. Nothing really of note there except Josh Primo's got 8 points for the Spurs. Devin Vassell's got 7. And Luguentz Dort has 8 points for Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, so that's what's going around in the NBA on tonight's preseason schedule. As I said, this preseason is wrapping up. You only got a few more days of preseason. Next week is NBA regular season basketball, folks. We are back. It's going down. I can't wait. I'm so excited, man. You know, the NBA is back. There's nothing better, you know, as a sports fan, if you like sports, than having baseball playoffs, football season, and the NBA regular season back. And hockey just started, if you're into hockey. So, like, this is the best time for a sports fan because you got all types of options. Very dope. Very dope. David L's in the building. Salute. Yes, he did, David L. Yes, he did. Il Maddox is here. Salute, brother. Salute. Thank you for rocking. Yeah, that is. It was. I heard it was pretty good. I haven't seen it yet. I'm. You know what? I'll probably check it out in a little bit after the show. Why not? And what else is there for me to watch except Thursday night football, the Bears versus Washington? I'm good. So sorry if you're a Bears fan or a Washington fan. My bad. I'm a Giant fan. You know how it is. Dan Marrero's in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Yeah, guys. So that's what's taking place tonight. There was a lot of games on the docket last night. As you guys can see, the ticker scrolling past. You pretty much can see what went on. I wish I could slow it down for people if it's a little too fast, but yeah, you can see some of the scores, and you know, it also shows you the player who had the best impact on each of their teams for that night. Shows you one player for each. So yeah, definitely a lot was going on yesterday. All right, so let's get into the Draymond Green situation. First off, what do you guys think about the Draymond Green situation? Does it bother you? I mean, what's your opinion about it? Do you feel like there's an issue there? Because a lot of people are saying that Draymond got a slap on the wrist. You know what I mean? He didn't get suspended. He got fined, right? And it leads to the question, why? Like, why did he only get fined and not get suspended? What I've heard, I don't know what's true. I don't know nothing. You know, now if you're lucky if you find out anything. After that video already leaked, Warriors are not going to be adding any more information to this plot. So, but what I heard is that Jordan Poole was talking a lot of junk. So I heard Jordan Poole got a mouth on him, man. He's slick with it. So I heard he was talking big junk. And and it plays into that video. I think there was a video that's floating around where Draymond talks about how Jordan Poole talks junk and that, but he respects him, he respects his game, but it's not, I think you kind of respected the fact that he's got some fire and some heart in him and he's willing to mix it up. I think he just didn't like it when it came to Jordan Poole talking junk about him, and maybe the way in which Jordan Poole started talking junk, because he seems like he got a slick mouth, man. So, I don't know, but I think I find it kind of interesting that they didn't suspend him, which kind of makes me feel, and I'm just throwing my conspiracy theory out there. This is, I don't know nothing from nothing, and it's not my team, so I'm not heavily invested, but I feel like Jordan Poole has just got a little bit of a reputation in the locker room for talking a lot of crap, and some people weren't that mad that he got chin checked. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that's the way you do things. I'm just saying maybe some people were not that mad that he caught the punch to the grill piece. That's all I'm saying. Maybe some people in the organization knew that Jordan Poole was getting a little too loose with it, and eventually somebody was going to check him, and it just had to be Draymond Green, I guess. I don't know. You think I'm off base, guys? Because I don't know. It seems kind of funky to me. I don't know. That's right, Dan Marrero. You are correct. Yes. Poole did call Draymond Green a triple single, which when I heard it, I was on the floor laughing. I could not stop laughing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought that was hilarious. Sorry, Draymond. Look, and if Draymond winds up, if things don't work out because Draymond wants more money and the Warriors don't want to pay it, and then Draymond doesn't like Jordan Poole or something like that happens, and it's time for him to leave, and the Knicks are going to pursue him, and he wants to come to New York, by all means, Draymond, we appreciate you here. But that triple single was funny, okay? I'm sorry. It was funny. Anyway, yeah. David L says Green is still a better defender than Poole, and Green fell off. And that's a fact, too. Even in Green's worst days, he's a better defender than Poole, even though Poole is going to be a very dynamic player in the league for years to come. He's not there yet, but he will be. But Draymond Green is the best defender, not on the Knicks. Like, you put Draymond Green on the Knicks right now, he's definitely the best defender, without a doubt. So, yeah. And he's lost a step. That's very true. Good point. Oh, yeah, you might be right. Akuma's in the building. Salute. He said only Sir Charles can call him out. Yeah, maybe true. Mozilla, say it ain't so. And you might be right too, bro. You might be right as well. Salute to you. Thank you for being here, both of y'all. All roads lead to the Lakers. Yeah, I think the Lakers are going to have their hands in every pot. Anybody who looks like they could play, like they could pick up the ball and get it in the basket, they're on the Lakers list. The Lakers need any and everybody, yo. That is looking crazy. That leads me into the Lakers, actually, because I don't know, Dan. He says Poole is good but overrated. Okay, I'll say maybe he's overrated right now, but let me tell you this, and mark my words, I'm telling you right now, and I'm not capping, Jordan Poole is going to be one of the best players in this league. Not the best. I mean, he's going to be one of the best. Like, if there's, top 30 best players, top 20 best players, he might be able to sneak into 20 at some point. Jordan Poole is going to be a really good player. Mark my words. As soon as he gets the mantle and either Steph or Clay goes bye-bye, or if he goes bye-bye and he gets to go to another team and be the guy, Jordan Poole is going to get busy, because Jordan Poole has all the skills. He can break you down off the dribble. He's got good speed. He's got some athleticism. He's got a good shot from the outside, and he's got fire in his belly. He's got that thing that you need to be able to excel. As you can see, I told you, he talks a lot of stuff, right? You got to have some fire in your belly to talk like that because you got to back it up or people going to call you out on it. And he is not afraid to talk his stuff. Plus, he's the type that wants to show off when the ladies are in the room. You know the meme about him. Anytime he could be playing in an empty gym. As soon as 2 women walk in, now all of a sudden he's dropping 50. They killed Jordan Poole out there, man. But anyway, yeah, Jordan Poole is the Cam Reddish we never had. Oh man, I'm on one today. Sorry, Cam. I'm wishing you the best, brother, but you need to start getting some Jordan Poole in you. I don't see. I let Cam start talking like Jordan Poole. I'll be okay with it. Whatever brings the best out of Cam, I'm with it. Anyway, salute to Manchild. Appreciate you, brother. Yes, that's correct. Green is the engine of the Warriors. They need him more than Poole. I would agree with that. I would agree, but they ain't letting Poole go. I'll tell you that. They not, because they know that Poole's the next successor to Clay and Steph. Because once you lose Clay or Steph, not Steph necessarily, but if you lose Clay, you could throw Jordan Poole in there and not miss a beat. Now, old Clay is a different story, but Clay's a little older and he's dealt with a lot of injuries. So the way he moves out there on the court, he's still a very adequate player, very good defender. But before he got hurt, Clay was a lockdown type of defender. So that gave him a notch above easily with regards to Jordan Poole. And Clay was a really much more consistent shooter before he got hurt. Getting hurt when it comes to your legs or whatever, that it all goes to your shot and everything you do. So we've seen Clay get hot since he's been back, but it's very far and few between. So I think Jordan Poole has the edge right now. Jeffrey Claft is in the building. Salute. Yeah, I hear you, Dan. Yeah, Poole is a defensive liability in comparison to those other guys. Yeah, he's not that guy. That's the truth. Boulevard 73 is in the building. Salute. Thank you for being here. Larry James is in the building. He says, Benedict Mathurin is my favorite rookie so far. I hear you, man. I love Benedict Mathurin. I told you I wanted the Knicks to get him. He was my first pick, for them. And unfortunately, they just never got a shot. That's what happens when you get them low lottery balls and you can't move up in the lottery. You stuck with the 11th pick or whatever, and it is what it is. Although I will say, as much as I don't know what, here's the thing, guys. This is interesting. Now, granted, this is way too early, but am I as upset that we didn't get Benedict Mathurin, or would I be more upset had we had the 10th pick and drafted Johnny Davis? Yep, I went there. I know it's early. I know we don't know what Johnny Davis can be, but right now I don't know what Johnny Davis is. Haven't seen anything from him as of yet. So, I mean, I don't know. We might have dodged the bullet there, guys. I don't know. How's that sound to you? I don't. In Nick Land, what do y'all think about that? It's a possibility. Just saying. I don't know. We'll see. The book is still out. Drip Moore's in the building. The barber for Still Nick fans is here, folks. Go to that YouTube page, salute and support Mr. Drip Moore himself, man. Dope dude. Appreciate him. Only Taco Bell commercials. Yeah, listen, a lot of people, Jeffrey Clafter, salute to you. A lot of people were, I just hit that. Oh, there we go. A lot of people were definitely on Benedict Mathurin early. Like I was, I couldn't stop raving over his game. I know Sim from NBK was a big fan of his game. Uncle Freezy from Lawrence Tears was high on Matherin, very high on Matherin. And Raw Hebrew, another one. Yeah, man. Like Matherin, it was one of those that some of his combines, or what, I don't know if he participated in the combine, but some of his stuff down the stretch of the NCAA tournament really opened my eyes to him. Other people thought like throughout the season before the NCAA tournament, like maybe he didn't do enough, or maybe he didn't show enough versatility. I thought he looked good, and from what I saw, that was enough for me. And as you can see, now that he's in the NBA, he is trying his best to show that he's the real deal. And he is the real deal as far as he can change some stuff on the court. Now, there is some things he still needs to work on. He doesn't play under control. Okay. He's all over the place. What he reminds me of, and I like to use this just as an example, guys, so don't freak out. And I'm a Knicks fan, so that's why I use this example. He reminds me of Iman Shumpert when Iman Shumpert first came into the league. Not skill-wise, not ability, because Matherin is a better scorer. But the way, Shumpert was all over the place to the point where they were trying to teach him how to slow down. And being that he didn't slow down, he wound up going so hard, he wound up hurting himself. He caught a Derrick Rose type injury because of his, just running full speed, nonstop, jumping with all of his might and just being so overly aggressive. It wound up hurting him. So I don't know if Benedict Mathurin is to that level, but he definitely is a little bit all over the place. I mean, he fouled out of last night's game because he overly aggressive, just couldn't stop. So yeah, but it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out in the end for him. Yes, that's right, man, child. We will see Johnny Davis firsthand tomorrow if he plays, because that's the other thing. I don't know if he's going to be playing. Who knows? We'll see. Mozilla has a theory. He said, here's my theory. The Warriors will be resetting the trend of how ball is played again. They'll move off of the small ball game into more shooting. Their young guys will develop on Green's minutes. Interesting thought. There could be some truth to that. I wouldn't be surprised, because as some of these players, the veteran players, are starting to transition out of the game, which there's still time. Like Curry's not going anywhere right yet. You know what I mean? So, but as some of that starts to happen, I could see them switching up their style. Yeah, it depends on your personnel. But even if you got guys who could come in and shoot the rock, not everybody's a Klay Thompson. Not everybody's a Steph Curry. It's hard. It's going to be hard to duplicate them two dudes. Yeah, Johnny been quiet. I hear you. Larry James says, who is better so far, Benedict Mathurin or Jaden Ivey? I don't know, guys. Me personally, I think Benedict Mathurin. But sometimes it's not always about the actual amount of scoring that Mathurin is doing. Some people look at what Jaden Ivey has done in limited minutes and just how he's moved the ball, how he's looked out there, how he has a commanding presence because he could just run up and down the court and get to his spots. People are really happy with what they're seeing from him. But if you're going to take into account tonight's game and last night's game for Mathurin, then I would say Mathurin has the edge. Let's see if anything changed tonight for Jaden Ivey. Yeah, Jaden's played 17 minutes now, and he has 5 points. He's 2 of 9 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line. It could just be one of those moments where the shot's just not falling. I'm not going to penalize the guy if he just doesn't have it on a night. It is what it is. That's all you can do. Just go out there the next night. But how has he looked in the past few nights? He had 16 points. First preseason game, he had 14 the next one. He had 11 the next one, and he's got 5 tonight so far. And then we just look at the shooting. 6 of 9 in that first game, 2 of 12 in that second game, 4 of 12 in the third game. And you guys, I don't know what I just said, 2 of 9 in this one. Yeah, so that shooting touch is not quite right at the moment, folks. Not quite right. Doesn't mean he can't get it together, but it's not looking that great at the moment. Shout out to Almighty Finesse in the building. That's right. Porzingis is returning to MSG tomorrow, but I hear that that is a chance that he won't play. We'll see. But salute to you. Thank you for being here. Big Blue 56 is in the building. He says, I like that rookie from Sacramento. Yes, Keegan Murray. He's the truth. He looked good. There ain't no lying about him. Nobody should be questioning his game. He looked good in the summer league. He looks good in preseason, but he hasn't played right now. The last game I didn't see him out there, so I don't know. But yeah, he might be the real deal. There's been some surprises around the NBA. We talked about it a little bit last week on last week's show. Tara Eason has definitely been a welcome surprise. He's looked really good. Oh, you know what? While I was also thinking of Jalen Duren. But I'm curious to see what is he doing tonight if he's even playing. Jalen Duren, man. Listen, I'm not saying anything, guys, because the whole thing about Duren is that people were comparing him to Mitchell Robinson. And you guys remember how Mitchell Robinson came into the league. He was very raw. He didn't really contribute that much right away. It took him a while to start contributing, and then once he started doing it, he started getting better. Yeah, of course, he was a demon on the defense. He was blocking all types of shots down low and on the perimeter, but he wasn't scoring. He definitely wasn't shooting well, and he didn't get a lot of rebounds. He's improved tremendously over that time. Like now, he's the number 2, if not possibly the number 1 offensive rebounder in all of the NBA. We'll see how this season plays out, but he'll definitely be up there in the tops without question. But he's got to work on his defensive rebounds, and he's worked on some of his offensive game. Maybe he can score a few points here and there. He's definitely looked better at the free throw line. What you guys think about that, huh? So, yeah. But if you look at Jalen Duren tonight, okay, against Memphis, he's played 18 minutes. He's got let me see what that is. He's got 7 points, 1 block, and 12 rebounds. And against the Knicks, he had 14 rebounds. So I'm just saying, Duren is already looking like he is a contributor early. So even though he might be a little bit of a project to people, and there's certain things that he's got to work on as well, maybe he's a little bit ahead of Mitch as far as how he is coming into the league. And I also have to bring him up because the Knicks did draft him. They traded him, but they did draft him as well. They got the draft rights to him. So, yeah. You know how it is, guys. You know how it is. Take it with a grain of salt. Yes, correct. Where did David L said, we don't have a rookie this year. Tibbs don't see it. Leon didn't get better youngs. Why is he thinking isn't development? Whatever he's thinking isn't development. Yeah, I hear you. Ben will rule the East in 3 years. Maybe, Bricks Nation. It's a possibility. I could see Benedict Mathurin being the Anthony Edwards of the East. Definitely. That's a good question, Jay Boogie. Anybody know anything about Harlem Girl? Jay Boogie was asking in the chat. And the reason why I'm highlighting it is because I also am curious about Harlem Girl. I haven't seen her on in a minute as well. And she's always a very good supporter of the Knicks shows, man. Shout out to Harlem Girl. Dan says he likes the backup center for the Pacers. Yeah, he's a solid basketball player. He looks pretty good. Definitely true. Yeah, the steal that Benedict Mathurin had on Cam and the windmill dunk was dope. But you know what? In turn, the move that Cam did when he got the rebound, and then took it up the floor and then crossed over and put it behind his back and then laid it up on the left-hand side with his right hand. It was left hand. But anyway, how he laid it up was sweet. That looked really nice. And that just points to how skilled Cam Reddish is as a basketball player. But it just highlights the fact that he can be so skilled, but we just don't see it. He just doesn't have that level of aggression. And it's two things. I'm starting to think more about it. It's not just Cam's level of aggression. It's also how he makes his decisions. Cam doesn't always make the smartest decisions. Have you guys noticed that? Because that's important. Because it's, so you got two things fighting against you. One, you're not as aggressive as you should be when it comes to picking your spots. And you really, because he's Cam can take anybody off the dribble and get where he wants to go. He's just got such a smooth style about him. He could just look like he looks like he's moving in slow motion, but he's taking you off he's taking you off your square. You don't know what you're doing against Cam sometimes. Problem is his shot creation is impeccable, but it's his decision making that gets him into the shots. That's the problem. Deciding to pull from wherever on the court when it's not a high quality shot, or deciding to go into a cluster of people in the lane when you don't really have that one-on-one matchup. Because one-on-one, Cam can take anybody off the dribble, get to where he wants to go, and do what he's got to do and take a good shot at it. It may not always go in, but Cam's got a shot to make it go in. I don't know what it is, man. Dan said he's too lackadaisical. It could be. Some people have said it before, and I started kind of running with it myself. Like, he kind of reminds you of Kevin Durant, the way Kevin Durant makes, he moves. He looks like he's always moving in slow motion, like he's just so smooth with it. But Kevin Durant is a baller. Okay, so I'm not going to even compare Cam to Kevin Durant anymore. They're just two different people, man. They got two different makeups. Cam may have the skills, but he don't got what Kevin Durant got. He don't got that inner thing that Kevin Durant has. I hope he gets it, because I really want Cam to succeed, man. I'm not just saying that. I'm not a Cam hater. I want him to do well, but I'm a realist, and I just don't know if Cam is going to get the proper opportunity to be able to show what he can do. Some guys are not the guys that can go take it. Some guys are the guys you give it to them and keep doing it, and then eventually they start to show you some stuff. So if Cam was inserted into the starting lineup, for example, and played 20, 25 minutes a night, he might have some stinkers, but you're going to see some good stuff from Cam as well. That's just how it is. Cam is that type of player. You keep giving him the reps, he's going to do something with them. Problem is, this Knicks team and the way Tom Thibodeau runs his offensive unit and the rotations, Cam's got to do more with less in order to show Tibbs that I need to continue to play you as much. So that's the catch-22. That's where we have a problem. Other players like Benedict Mathurin is a different type of player, the way his makeup is. You put him on the Knicks and say, listen, I'm going to give you 10 minutes. Tibbs tells him, I'm going to give you 10 minutes. You need to show me something in 10. You give me that, and the next day I'll give you 13, and so on, and keep going. And it'll be like NBA 2K. You know how you earn your minutes in the My Player? And Benedict may respond differently because he's a different type of player. You can see him. He's animated. He just has a different fire in his belly. Cam needs that, man. Cam needs something. I don't know what it is. Maybe the rest of the Knicks need to start bigging him up, appealing to somebody's ego. Maybe that'll help him. Maybe RJ and Randall and Jalen need to start bigging Cam up every chance they get in interviews. Cam is really, you should have seen how Cam is one of the best players out there on the court. Sometimes he's the best player on any given night in practice. You just gotta, Cam just, once he gets the opportunity, he's gonna show y'all. Say it so it's a negative, but not really on Cam. But we know the real. We know Cam's getting opportunities. He's not doing much with them here. So we'll see. We'll see. And EM Med, what's good? Salute to you. Thank you for being here. He said Cam is washed. Poor shooting and sloppy play. Maybe, man. Maybe. Oroku Saki in the building. What about Grimes, he asked. I don't know, man. I don't know. The thing is, they're not releasing any information to let you know that there's anything bad going on with Quentin Grimes. It's just the same thing. He's recovering from the ankle thing. He looked really good in practice. And that's it. He looked really good in the open practice that they had where fans could attend. And then he looked really good in the next practice that they had after that. I don't know. Maybe there's some soreness there. It's a little tender, and they just didn't want to play him, and him re-aggravating it right before the regular season's about to start. I don't know. I'm hoping we see him tomorrow, at least for a little bit, because I think he's missing reps. I mean, he's getting them in practice, but he's not getting that real game action that players need in order to get their game going on the NBA floor. So we'll see. Kevin Middleton is in the building. Salute. Right. I don't know about that. He said Knox just banged it on a dude on a break. We made a big mistake. Nah, we've seen Knox bang it on people in transition. We've also seen Knox light people up. Knox, don't forget, guys, when the Knicks had nobody and they were playing that weird ass roster with you know what I mean? Knox played some good minutes. That's why he earned that contract that he got. Well, I think when he also got it because he was where he got drafted. But he showed them some stuff in the beginning. He had a nice little run. He was scoring some points here and there. He had some moments. We just haven't seen him since. Will the real, Kevin Knox please stand up? Because I don't know who he is anymore. He's another one. Like, that motor is inconsistent as hell. So, sorry to say it. It's true. No cap sports talk in the building. Let's stop wishing and simply just go with the tape. Players show us. Playing is out. Cam just ain't got that in him. Ain't got that dog in him. Cam, a.k.a. the Tin Man of the Wizard of Oz. Let's argue. Nah, I'm not going to argue with you. Or maybe people in the chat might. I'm not arguing with you. Cam hasn't showed me what I need to see yet. I'm just hoping he does. Kevin Knox was better than Cam. Never. Kevin Knox did more in a Knicks uniform than Cam. That's true. But if you give Cam the same opportunities that Kevin Knox got, because remember, Kevin Knox got to be on a team when we really didn't have anybody and had no system. Dudes were just freestyling out there. The coach did not give them a system of play. They weren't running pick and roll sets. They weren't doing that. They were just out there just playing. He was trying to teach them the fundamentals and thought that maybe as they learned the fundamentals and just learn how to play with each other and get good basketball, comfortability, that then they could start trying to incorporate new systems. That didn't work, man. We never got to that point. And they just looked like they didn't know what they were doing, because when they played a good team with good defense and that freestyle ball that they were doing out there, it was over. So, but all I'm saying, my point is, put Cam in that same situation. Like, take Jalen Brunson off the team, take Derrick Rose off the team, take Evan Fournier off the team, right? Take Emmanuel Quickly off the team. Take Obi Toppin off the team. Okay, you see where I'm going? Keep the same rest of the guys. Jericho Sims, out of here. Hartenstein, out of here. And then, Alonzo Trier, add him back to the mix. And then give Kevin Knox his minutes. And watch what Cam does. They ain't got nobody. There was nobody here. And they had no system. It's crazy. Anyway, we'll be all right, though. But I hear what you're saying, though. I hear what you're saying. We would love to see Cam show us a little something. Hey, all right. There you go. John says, what's good, my broski? Just finished work, driving home, listening in. MBK family, what's good? All right, brother. Well, listen, I know you got a long trip ahead of you. Be safe on them roads. I hope work went well tonight. I hope you and Jose did the damn thing. And look forward to chopping it up with you on the Monday show. Anyway, guys, once again, salute to you guys for tuning in and watching. Appreciate y'all for being here, rocking with me, and for those who've been here through the audio and visual difficulties, thank you for being here. And for the new people, well, you didn't miss anything if you didn't see it. Big fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Okay, the same Grimes that got that work by Cam Ty. I should have known you. Okay, I see you, big fan Breezy. Let me tell you something. You give Grimes the opportunity to play Cam again. You see if Cam gives him that work the same way. No, I'm not taking anything away from Cam Thomas. He did give him that work. But a good defender is a defender who's got to study the player he's playing. And, you're only going to get that information from actually getting the reps. And the best defenders are defenders who have had a chance to play different players multiple times to understand their tendencies, what they like to do. And Cam was a wild card, to be honest, at that point, because he didn't play too much. He played here and there and did some things, but, there was no real book out on him because of the fact that you got to go up against him. And that was Grimes' introduction to Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas came in hot, and Cam Thomas can light it up when he's going right. And he had the better night that night. So salute to him. You got that one, big fan Breezy. You got that one. BN is in the building. Salute to you, brother. Salute. JC is here. Yeah, talking about Cam. He had that chance in Atlanta. He damn sure did. It says a lot that they went out there and drafted some other dudes that played the same position and were small forward type guys because they weren't sure that Cam was the real deal for them. He was very, that motor, like a daisical. If you want to say that's what it is, I don't know if that's what it is, but it's something. It's definitely something's missing. Salute to my guy for the love of the game. I'm going to think that this is Hard Will because Worldwide L was in here earlier when I was having my technical difficulties. So I'm assuming it's Hard Will. But either way, shout out to Hard Will and Worldwide L. Appreciate both of y'all, brothers. For the love of the game is a dope show, guys. If y'all haven't checked it out, definitely tune in and support them brothers. They got good content. And, they need that support, man. They've been through a lot, man. They had a channel that was already booming. They had nice numbers. And then, some knuckleheads got on there, did some stupid stuff that was caught on the video, and it wound up having to take their channel down. YouTube don't play. And YouTube penalized them by taking their channel down. They had to start from scratch, which is crazy, man. So salute them brothers, man. Get them back to where they need to be. For the love of the game should already be at 1,000 subscribers, already be monetized, already. They was killing it. So they should already be back there. So guys, show your love and support. If y'all haven't checked out For the Love of the Game, it is definitely a dope show. That's right. For the Love of the Game. You see it, the number 4, OUR, Love of the Game. Check them out. Salute to you guys, man. Appreciate y'all. Let me see. Okay. Thank you. That's right. Let's go Giants, Kerry Cox. Appreciate that. Bricks Nation said, damn, the Bears and Commanders. Yeah, man. Your facts. That's why I'm not watching. It's on right here. I can look at it right now. I'd rather look this way. I don't even know what I'm looking over there. I should change this to cut this damn thing off. It's bad for my eyes. Once again, if you're a Bears or a Washington fan, my bad. You know what your teams is. You know what they are. Just saying. Salute to Keyshawn in the building. What's going on, brother? Kerry Cox also said, do you think the Jets will beat the Packers this Sunday? I think the Jets have a good chance to beat the Packers Sunday, but if I'm being honest with you, I've seen enough of Aaron Rodgers to know that when Aaron Rodgers feels not embarrassed, but if he feels like they lost a game that they could have won and they could have did things differently, he always tries to redeem the team in the next game. He always comes out with a passion. So there's this chance that the Jets could still do that, but I just don't know how that pass rush is going to fare against the offensive line of Green Bay. I don't know how good Green Bay's offensive line is. I know the Giants were able to get in there pretty well, and they were definitely affecting the throws by Aaron Rodgers. They got 2 pass deflections and other things. So if the Green Bay's offensive line is not that solid, the way it looked like against the Giants, if that's what it really is, then the Jets might definitely have a chance to win, because the Jets defense, man, that defense was swarming. I was like, they're giving Miami no time to throw. I was like, that kid, as soon as he got the ball, hi. He was like, damn. Yeah, the Jets was swarming, man. Salute to them. And yeah, Jets running back Breece Hall is no joke. I knew he was no joke. Sometimes it's funny, you guys. I'm just throwing this out there. Sometimes video game stuff can be a little fake, but sometimes video game stuff lets you know about a player. And me and my boys played Madden franchises. And so we'll go through year 1, year 2, year 3, and we'll play out against the computer. And sometimes we play against each other. And then most likely once we get to the playoffs, then we get to play each other because we were knocking the computer off. And Breece Hall was drafted by one of my boys. And let me tell you, Breece Hall was a demon out there. So when I saw that, I knew, like, in real life, the dude must have a lot of ability. So Breece Hall is the truth. No doubt about it. He's good. Damarel says, Ron, let me hear let's go Yankees. Guess what? You just heard it, and that's the only time you're going to hear me say it. That's it. That's all you're getting from me, B. That's as much as I can give you, Dan. I'm sorry. That's all I can do. I'm a Met fan, and that blue and orange is real in my blood, bro. It's real. Sorry, I can't do it. But good for them, man. They in it. They couldn't play tonight. The game got postponed because of poor weather, but good for them. Shout out to Keyshawn once again. Salute, brother. I know I probably said that already, but I'm just making sure. Somebody said something that I think I answered it. Right. Yeah, I saw that. This is the last thing I'm going to say about Cam, because, it is what it is. I saw that, Larry James. I was watching that. And, the funny thing is, I saw that a long time ago. But at that time, I didn't even know who Anthony Edwards was. So, and everybody, and they're not the only ones. There's a lot of people that talk about Cam and what he's done to them in these high school and AAU tournaments. But to me, that's like, it's organized ball, but it's almost like it's not street ball, but it's different. It's not like NBA basketball. And so I feel like it's just very loosey-goosey. Guys can do what they want out there. And maybe that benefits Cam. Maybe this more structured NBA situation, it's a little bit more difficult for him, which is weird because I don't know what it is, man. I'm just speculating. I'm throwing darts at the wall right now. Who knows what it is? Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I'm just playing, Kerry Cox. Good for you, man. Listen, if you grew up a Yankee fan or became a Yankee fan at all in your life and you're a Yankee fan now, man, salute to y'all. Y'all been very fortunate. It's nothing like being a Yankee fan, I would imagine. I don't know. I've never had that level of success in any of my sports teams. The most I can say is I've been a Giant fan, and the Giants had a nice run. Hopefully they can get back to that in the next few years, man. They can start developing more talent and get the team solid because they got the right leadership in place to do it now. They just need to continue to get the players. Yeah, man. Craig in the building. Salute. I'm not ready for it yet, but my son is. He definitely is. Yeah, I'm still waiting for them to come out with a game that is really good. Think about that, guys. And if any of y'all play games or are gamers, think about the last time you heard about a game title that had everybody talking about it. Oh man, this is coming out. Oh man, Gears of War is coming out. Oh, God of War is coming out. Well, not God of War. I don't want to say God of War because God of War is a single player game. I'm talking about multiplayer games because multiplayer games make more money. When they feature more people, you get more people involved. It becomes a bigger thing. That's why Call of Duty was so successful all these years, because there's nothing else. But Call of Duty is just a regurgitated model of itself each year. Yes, there's different studios that do different ones, Modern Warfare and all this other stuff. It's the same thing over and over, man. Same thing over and over. Everybody just goes to play the multiplayer. Whatever. You're getting everything tonight, folks. You're getting basketball, you're getting baseball, you're getting football, you're getting gaming. You're getting it all here on the NBA Report. This is me making up for the time that I missed out, giving you guys like 10 minutes of dead air. I'm sorry, guys. You're making me think right now, Ian Med, did I take the blue pill or the red pill? See what you did there. Yep, that's another good one. Another good one. Kevin Middleton asked, oh, salute to you, Brick Station. That's dope, man. Shout out to your dad for instilling the Yankee tradition in you and getting you to be a Yankee fan, man. That's dope. Listen, Yankees are a tried and true, proud organization that has a lot of success. So good for you, man. That's nice lineage. I'm on the other side, but you know what? I'm still happy being a Met fan. It is what it is. Kevin Middleton said, can we package Cam Deuce quickly for Bones Highland? It's a lot. Don't get me wrong. I like Bones. I don't know, man. That's a lot. And quickly, I know some people are a little sour on quickly because he had that game where he shot 4 for 18. It was almost very John Starks-like. But it's just one game, guys. I wouldn't worry about it and put too much stock into it. It's just one game. Anything can happen. And you're bound to have bad nights sometimes. Plus, I don't think that would happen in the regular season because I don't think that Thibodeau would allow quickly to be taking 18 shots like that when it's not falling. You know what I mean? And Brunson or whoever's out there, they would be trying to get the ball out of his hands so that they can get better scoring opportunities. So that's a preseason line right there. That's not. You could see it in the regular season, but not from quickly. Like that might come from somebody like an RJ or a Randall or something, like a guy who gets a lot of time and a lot of touches. You could see that happening, but quickly in the regular season wouldn't be jacking up that many shots. So don't judge him too badly on it. Nice. Happy for you, Kevin Middleton. Good stuff. Oh, that's even better, Jeffrey Clafton. The blue and orange pill. I like that. Cam was old in high school. He's 23 going on 24. Interesting. That's an interesting point. So you're trying to say he had the skills, but he was already a little bit more seasoned than a lot of these guys. That's a possibility. Dwayne Dennis said, out of control. Salute to you, Dwayne Dennis. He said, that's what Quickly's game was. It was not pretty. It was all over the place. That's a fact. It wasn't what you really want to see from Emmanuel Quickly. It's not the type of game we want to see from him. And speaking of that, when you think about the Knicks preseason loss, their first preseason loss to Indiana, you can blame a lot of that on the poor shooting of Quickly, right? But as we know, it wasn't just the poor shooting of Quickly. Other people didn't shoot well either. Jalen Brunson had a poor shooting. I don't expect Jalen Brunson to shoot that bad like that either. He might have moments where he doesn't shoot that good, but I think instead of him taking 14 shots and missing 10, I think he will give up 2 or 3 of those shots and try to find other people around on the team to, like in a regular season game. I think he would try to defer and pass the ball a little bit more. He's not going to just keep chucking like that. At least he hasn't shown that to be his game. Like when he was with Dallas, he didn't chuck the ball like that when he wasn't going well. So that's one. Emmanuel Quickly 4 for 18. Cam Reddish was 3 for 10. 21 minutes, 3 for 10. I mean, he had 10 points, which was better than what he's showed before. So good for him for that. But he was 1 of 6 from 3. And this goes back to my whole thing about the Knicks taking smart shots and not relying on the 3-point shot. 1 for 5 for RJ Barrett. That's okay. I guess I could deal with that. It's only 5 3-point shots. So if he had shot more than that and still been, only hit that one, I would have been a lot more upset about it. But it's only 5, so I guess that's okay. Jalen Brunson only took 3. Fournier was 2 of 5. Julius was 3 of 6. That's okay. Emmanuel Quickly was 2 of 7. Oddly enough, he was 2 of 7 from 3, but 4 of 18 from the field. Obi Toppin. See, that's what I'm talking about. What RJ did, 1 of 5. What Fournier did, 2 of 5, and he actually hit 2 of them. That's manageable 3-point shooting. That doesn't take you out of the game either way, Obi Toppin, say what you will, he missed his 3-point shots yesterday, but he only took 3 of them. It's not like he shot 10 of them and basically killed the Knicks by missing all 10. You know what I mean? So there's a certain way to go about it. Hartenstein was 1 of 3. Even though I think Hartenstein should have shot more yesterday, it would have helped him because it looked like he was trying to pass the ball and facilitate to everybody. It's easier to facilitate when people are worried that you're going to shoot the ball. But when people are going to, if they see, there was a couple moments where Hartenstein made no motion to even try to shoot the ball. His back was almost turned to the basket, and he was just looking to give the ball off to pass to somebody. A defender's going to look at that, and they're going to say, oh, this dude don't want to shoot at all. So let me just follow his eyes. Let's see who he's looking at and try to get a steal. Like, you know what I mean? You can't do that. You can't telegraph what you're trying to do, and you got to keep the defense honest. You got to shoot. It's not a good sign. I mean, but this is preseason stuff you got to work on. I'm saying that wasn't a good sign for that last night's game. And even though Hartenstein didn't shoot, so this is the thing, guys. Look at this. Hartenstein had 7 points, right? He was 1 of 3 from 3. He was 2 of 4 from the field and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Not bad numbers. We would have liked him to be more aggressive. It would have set up his pass more. He finished with 5 assists, but he could have had more assists. And he could, if he shot a little bit more aggressively, those assists that he was trying to get would have opened up easier because then they would have been cheating to try to play Hartenstein to stop him from shooting. But they didn't have. They played off of him on some moments. And he also had 10 rebounds. So this is the type of production that I like to see from a guy when they're struggling in some aspect. Even though he had 7 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists, which is good numbers, he struggled on the defensive end. He made some poor choices. He might have been a little lackadaisical in certain moments where he should have stepped up and became more of a deterrent to his man instead of giving him room and space. And he was a little slow because he got blown by a couple times. So that being said, there's some stuff he needs to clean up and work on. And I'm fine with Hartenstein. I'm not saying Hartenstein is supposed to be Gary Payton, but from his defensive numbers last year and for his career, he is a better defender than what he showed last night. Way better defender. So don't kill Hartenstein either, guys. It's only one game. And it's only one preseason. Remember, this is a brand new team for Hartenstein. It's not like Quickly. Quickly, I'm just saying it's one game, but that's all I'm giving him. Hartenstein, you got to give him a moment. This is a new team for him. He don't know none of these players. He got to get used to them. He don't even know where people like the ball. He's trying to hold the ball and pass you open, but he don't know where you like to be. He might want to pass the ball to Randall on the right-hand side when you know Randall likes to be on the left. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Not making excuses. That's just real life, real basketball, real hoops. So you got that, and then it was a lot of poor defensive effort from the Knicks. They just didn't do a good job of deterring the Pacers for the full game. That the first quarter they looked okay, but after that, just wasn't the effort that they needed. And I think Tibbs also pointed to that in his press conference. So there was more they could have did. RJ was a really bright spot. He was 7 of 14 from the field. He finished with 21 points. But I just like the fact that RJ is looking consistent in far as scoring. He's not starting off slow like he normally does. The regular season hasn't started yet, so we don't know. He still could start off slow, but we'll see. I hope that's not the case. Yeah, man. The entire bench was in the minus. That's a fact, man, child. You ain't lying. Dwayne Dennis said Quickly wasn't trying to get the second unit involved, trying to set up his teammates. That's true, too. That is true, too. And when I see Quickly play like that, that's when I start to say, is he a point guard? But then I remember, like, once he settles himself down and starts to kind of play under control, he starts to look more like a point guard. But that wasn't a great one last night. And he did the same thing that I hate to see Quickly do. Sometimes when somebody's wide open, Quickly will miss him. Last night, if you guys remember, there was a sequence where Obi was trying to get an alley-oop, and Quickly was the guy. So he tried twice. The first time, Quickly saw him, but Obi couldn't get the separation. The second time, and this is all in the sequence of plays. The second time, Quickly saw him, but he didn't really have enough separation, and the throw was forced. The pass was forced, and that was the one that I believe Obi went up, and the ball hit him in the pass hit him in his face or whatever, and they got the foul call, but that's what happened. So then, like 2 plays later or a play later, Obi did like a cut, and he went back door, and he was wide open, and Quickly did not look at him. And Obi didn't get mad about it. He just like, because you missed me. But that's the type of stuff like Quickly can't miss that one. You may not see the other ones, or you may think, I'm not going to make that pass. But that one, that's the one he had to make. Jeffrey Clafter said he is a 2 with secondary playmaking. Yeah, that sounds about right. Geraldine says no, IQ is not a point guard. He's just a selfish shooting guard and a point guard body. It's a tough crowd, but there may be some legs to that argument there. Mm-hmm. Craig, RJ did not play for Team Canada this year. This is why he's not burnt out and is starting off with a lot of energy. It's weird because RJ went, right? But I don't know what happened with that, Craig, because RJ went, at least he was supposed to go, and I thought at one point he was working out with Team Canada, but I don't know what happened after that. Did he decide not to play with them, change his mind? Because it really didn't look like he played with them. And you might be right on that, Craig. I don't know. That was weird. Dan Marrero says that's because they are boys and Obi is humble. Oh, yeah. Why he didn't make a big deal about him not getting the ball when he was wide open on that back cut for the alley-oop. Yeah, I don't know. IQ is not reliable to run the offense. He is more of a Jamal Crawford. You may be right there, Dwayne Dennis. He is definitely more like a Jamal Crawford, Lou Williams type. And those are not the facilitating type of guys. Keyshawn says, what do you believe are Cam's strengths, if any, and how can we use them to help our team? I think Cam is a very skilled basketball player. He has good handle. Not a great handle. He has a good handle. He has good speed. He has good length. He has some athleticism, not crazy athleticism, but he's got some athleticism. I think that he is very crafty as well, and a very good anticipator of what the defense is going to do when he's in the process of making his move. He's the type that can definitely shift what he's going to. If he's about to go up with his left, he can tuck it and go back up with his right, or swing it around and do something else instead of what you thought he was going to do. He can adjust. He's that type of player. And he's a decent defender. He gives good defensive effort, and with his length, he can affect the other teams, especially when he's locked in. When he's engaged, Cam is a decent defender. You know, sometimes he can be better than average. That's about it, I want to say. That's all I can say, because I haven't seen much more than that. He doesn't have that motor. He's not very aggressive. He's not a good shooter. You know, Cam can shoot. He has the ability to shoot. He has the ability to get hot and put up buckets, but we haven't really seen it that much. He has moments where he can get hot. He's very streaky. There's no consistency to that shot. And he's definitely not a good three-point shooter. Which leads me to the argument, why don't guys tailor the game? Why can't Cam Reddish say, you know what? I need to show these dudes that I'm that guy, but my three-point shot's not falling. But I need to, keep the defense honest. So you shoot from 18 or 20 feet. Hit a long two. Get that mid-range game going, a la Kobe, a la Dwayne Wade, a la Michael Jordan back in the day. Get the mid-range going so they have to come out and play you. When they come out to play you, you drive by them and score an easy layup because you got them skills. This game is not that hard. It's not that hard, especially when you got skill like him. Well, yeah, that's Cam does need to grow some of that. You're right about that, Dwayne Dennis. No. Ian Med, I don't think Jericho Sims' stock has fallen at all. I think the only problem Jericho Sims is dealing with is the fact that Mitchell Robinson is the starter, Isaiah Hartenstein is the backup, and Jericho Sims has to be the three, because you need to be able to play Obi and Julius Randle. If we only had one of those guys, like either Julius or Obi, then Jericho would have more of a role on the team to be able to play some minutes. But right now, it's just about the minutes. That's the only issue. Jericho looks good. He's improving. He looks much better this year than he did last year. So shout out to him. The only issue is, and you say what you will, I know some people, Knicks fans are rough, man. I know some of y'all are looking a little sideways at Hartenstein. This is the preseason. And even though his defense was not great last night, I told you the numbers. I told you what he did. Even with him not having a great defensive night, he still has 7 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists in 22 minutes of play. Hartenstein could be a nice piece for this team. So, and that's the reason why he's above Jericho, because he can do more out there. I mean, listen, Hartenstein is one of the best passers on this team. You just don't know it yet. As the time goes by and lanes start to open up and he starts to learn his teammates and the teammates start to learn what he likes to do and how he likes to give up the ball, you're going to see some nice stuff from Hartenstein when it comes to passing. He's a very good passer. JJ says Cam has bad shot selection. He makes it more difficult on himself by taking contested, difficult shots. That's a fact. Agreed. 100%. That is a fact. 100. Well, I'm about to wrap up the show, guys. I actually was supposed to be jumping on another show, but I don't know if the gentleman is not doing it tonight, so we'll reschedule it, I'm assuming. But yeah, this has been another good one, man. Thank you guys for bearing with me, man. The show must go on. I got through it. It wasn't the prettiest, but we made it work. But it's not my fault. System malfunctions. Stuff's not working. Let me see just real quick. This is supposed to be Cam's audition to prove he belongs and deserves his spot, a bag. Yep. After the All-Star break, Evan was the best sniper in the league. That's true, Jeffrey. Knicks 100 was good. He said Cam appears to me as a player who doesn't know the playbook in full detail. I think you're right. But I also feel like, yeah, I think you're right. That ain't far-fetched, Knicks 100. I think you're right, because sometimes Cam be looking a little lost out there. I just don't know if Cam is even like an organized baller. That sounds crazy because he's in the NBA and he's been in the NBA for like 3 years. But I just don't know. I don't know, man. I gotta see more. Yeah, Hartenstein's knew he'll be all right. Facts. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, man. I think that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in and rocking with me. Like I said, I apologize wholeheartedly. There's nothing worse, as a content creator. We're doing this stuff, we do it because we love doing it. We love talking Knicks. We love or talking the NBA in this case, because it's the NBA report. And you want to put on a show and be able to conduct yourself the way you like to present yourself to everybody. When stuff like that happens, it's a bad feeling. It's not good, man. Not good. I don't like it at all, man. You guys, I deserve better. You deserve better. So I'm sorry. I apologize once again, man. Sorry about that, guys. So hopefully next time around, I'll have another piece of equipment that works better than this. I don't know what happened to it, but wear and tear. Okay. All right. So thank you for everybody. I just want to make sure that there wasn't anybody who jumped in that I wasn't able to give a shout out to, because I want to give shout outs to people, because I appreciate y'all rocking with me, especially on a night like tonight. Yeah, man. I think that's pretty much it. I think I got everybody for them. Old Head. Oh, man, I missed that. Old Head, salute to you. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. All right. Now I think I got everybody. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. So thank y'all once again for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. Let me say once again, shout out to my guy Jay Boogie. Thank you for doing that track for the Knicks community, for Knick Nation, and sending that out to the content creator so that we can play it and give you your flowers and show our love to you, man. Thank you so much. Block this user. Some wild stuff right there. So before we get out of here, you know what? Why don't we hit it again, man? One more again for my man Jay Boogie at his joint. Let's hit it one more again. Thank you guys for tuning in and rocking. Appreciate y'all.
New York, on your blue, tried and true, we the Knicks. New York, on your blue, tried and true, we the Knicks.
New York, we still some Knickerbockers. Whole world shockers, all eyes on us. Coming in like Willis Reed. Y'all gon' see all eyes on us. New York, New York. All eyes on us, all eyes on us. Coming in like Willis Reed. Y'all gon' see all eyes on us. We still some Knickerbockers. Whole world shockers, all eyes on us.
What Leon Rose did, no spite of the future set for the young kids. Let off, this a straight aim. I wish the worst in the best way for Danny Ainge. You wanna rob us for our draft picks? Strip us down, take the logo off New York Knicks. I guess by now you don't feel the shine. Them ain't trades we pulling up, them quitting grinds. Let me give you a little history. Jericho Sims. Keep it real, however, we got a different style. I call Deuce for the pressure, he give me 8 miles. Famous line for the dice game. What the bet is? I raise it up for the cam and call it reddish. You read the Bible and know the Quran. Just live your dreams every day, make the team like Quan. Catch the youth before they hit their prime. Work hard, get rewarded, come on Hartenstein. I'm talking to all the East guards. I brought Jaden from the West, now he's an East guard. The same number 11, you know the rod strict. Now you playing against a squad with a baby pick. Look at Julius right now, he know it's game time. That off-season lose weight, pivot baseline. That big bucket being made when it's crunch time. That jab step left hand in your face time. I know Drake represent, you see the 6 hard. But turn it upside right, you see that's 9 guard. This time around for the season, I'm making prop bets. I need 26 mil off that Tyler check. The truth is you gotta be a little tougher. Every time we play Miami, I gotta deal with Jimmy Butler. MIP all-star play, I gotta have it. Pretty boy, young Key Sweat, Broadway Barry. I know we got a lot of haters. I know we got a lot of doubters. But one thing for sure, us is that orange and blue, we gon' always stick together. It's us against the
All
world.
eyes on us, coming in like real is real. Y'all gon' see all eyes on us. We still some Knickerbockers, whole world shockers, all